Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to my channel. Tonight, I will be finishing off another series because I finished the Thin Blue Line a couple of days ago and I've been meaning to try and get more series finished because I'm near the end on a few. This is the second it's the last episode of Filthy Rich called Smear Campaign. I think this is officially the shortest series that I've both ever reacted to and ever watched in my life. Just 6 episodes. So, yeah. Actually, no, Man vs. Bee is probably the shortest because when you take into account the length of the episodes too, the episodes are only about 10 minutes long. By the way, you can get my reactions to all episodes of Man vs. Bee on the Patreon. It's a Patreon exclusive, so if you go on the Patreon, you'll get access to that on there. Anyway, that's what is on the agenda for tonight. Finishing off this series, which has been really, really enjoyable. I've really loved it. But before we get into it, I just want to make an announcement that my merch store is now live. You can now get merch with my channel logo on it. Now, let me just make it clear, when I set this up, I didn't design these things. It's literally just something that YouTube prompts you to do, and then it gives you a choice of websites. I tried all of them, couldn't work most of them, and then I tried Spreadshop, and it was very easy. This isn't all the merch that's available. There's all sorts. I'll give you an example. If we go to the shop here, and then we look at the products, there's a men's hoodie, there's a drawstring bag, there's a woman's hoodie, there's more than this actually. Let me, hold on. There's more than that. There is more than that. Here we go. I'll show you which is my favourite actually. Okay, my favourite mug is the black mug, and my favourite clothing item is this hoodie, red and black. For some reason I just love that. I think that looks really good. But you can also get it in grey and black, or black and grey, lighter grey. Yep, you can also get stickers, £2.79, or a set of 4 coasters with the logo on, $15.99, or a pillow for your sofa. So, yeah, just go ahead and have a look on it. If you've been planning on buying yourself a new hoodie, or t-shirt, or baseball shirt, or women, if you've been looking to buy a new relaxed t-shirt, relaxed fit t-shirt, or a unisex sweatshirt, anything that you see here, a new mug, a tote bag, a women's hoodie, a cooking apron, you could cook with my logo proudly displayed on your chest. I mean, wouldn't that make you feel like a real part of the Yorkshire fam? It really would, wouldn't it? Yeah. Am I selling this? I hope I am. But yeah, just go on there and just take a look. If you've been planning on buying yourself some new clothes, obviously not for going out to dinner parties, and obviously you won't be wearing this in formal events, but just, you know what I mean. Yeah, just consider taking a look. There's all sizes available from extra small up to 5 extra large. There's many different colours to choose from. I don't set the prices. I set this store up. These are the items they gave me with my logo on, and the prices were automatic. And as far as I've been able to tell, I can't change them. So these aren't my prices. These are Spreadshop's prices. So I just want to make that clear. But yeah, please go have a look and order yourself some merch. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get into this final episode of Filthy Rich ever. Here we go. And there's no sound because I had it on pause, of course. And there we go.
The defendants will please give order. All right, matey boy. I'll have a pint of lager and a small sweet sherry for Bloodface here. Drink out the... Yes, I rather think it was.
Your Honour, I throw myself on the mercy of the court. I am only 14 years old. Take me your ward. Bring me up as your own, and in time we shall learn to love each other. I have been cruelly used, and I'm an emaciated waif.
That's right, Your Honour. A 14 stone emaciated. I've got heavy bones. That's so.
Spare me, Your Honour, I am with child. Well, with Eddie, that's much the same thing. It was him that made me do it.
Silence, I say again. Silence in my courtroom. Richard Rich and Edward Catflap, you stand accused of a sickening and degraded crime, a crime that strikes at the very heart of our society and mocks all that we hold decent and clean. You exposed your bottoms on TVAM, and what is worse, in front of, Miss Anne Diamond. How do you plead?
We plead like this, Your Majesty. Please, please, please let us off. Oh, go on, I'll be your best friend. I'll be your slave for life. We meant no harm. We thought Anne would appreciate a bit of a peek at the old tradesman's entrance.
Jeebus, you do yourself no good service with this spineless grovelling. Desist, I say, or it may be the worse for you.
Blimey, he's milking it a bit, isn't he? All it says in the script is shut your face, block pad. This is the last time we lose anyone from Rider, that's for death.
Far from appreciating your foul display, Miss Anne Diamond has stressed that two such raddled and acne-ridden old orifices have seldom been put before a sickened public, and has requested the severity of the sentence mirror the ugliness of the flaps. In the absence of any defence, I therefore sentence you to be shot. Done.
Oh, all right then. I thought that's why we got...
Well, that's funny. In the last episode of Bottom, they were shot as well. I was thinking twice whether or not to say that because, as you know, Mikey Bailey is also reacting to Bottom, but he's not going to watch this because he hasn't seen this show either. So, yeah, they get shot in the last episode of Bottom.
The trouble in the first
We can make his mind up, Rebecca.
Your Honour, I wish to speak on behalf of the defendants.
Oh, well, that's it then, isn't it? Goodbye, cruel world.
Mr. Milton, I have passed sentence. The case is closed.
You're on, Booby, darling, sweetheart, please don't shout. I have a delicate medical condition known as a hangover. I contend that vital evidence was not put before the jury, and that hence there should be a retrial.
And this evidence is?
Luby, the burden of the Crown's case to date has stood solely upon the alleged horrifying nature of my client's garden gates. I contend that a split second of TVAM videotape is not sufficient evidence to so damningly brand a man's rear loader. And hence I further contend that it is my client's right that the jury should view the evidence.
Jury will view the evidence.
Wanna look?
Excuse me, but we are still here, you know. I mean, never mind about hurting our feelings or anything.
I have no option but to offer the defendants a conditional discharge. And that condition is that you find gainful employment outside of show business, in which you are clearly a menace to clean-living TV presenters like Miss Anne Diamond. Case dismissed. As for you, Mr. Philip, I find you guilty of encouraging indecent exposure with intent to cause a public affray. And under the new criminal evidence anti-terrorist, the police can do what they bloody well like. I sentence you to be hung by the neck until dead.
Oh. Well, you probably won't be coming down the pub then, Filthy.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks, Filth. You're a mate. Poor old Filthy.
So that's the end of it
Gonna get
then.
hanged just for getting us off.
Yeah. Stay aware, all right? So sod him.
Yeah. Mind you, Eddie, are we all right? The judge says we've got to get gainful, non-showbiz employment. Otherwise, it's back in the jug for us.
What about stealing?
Of course, what a good idea. Yes, oh, it's very romantic, isn't it? Yes, oh, I can see me now. I am the unblemished soul, cast down amongst criminals, having to steal to stay alive, like Oliver Twist. I should have been in Oliver, you know.
Oh, here we go.
I went to the audition. Do you know what they said?
Sod off, ugly.
That's amazing. Were you there?
Anyway, Ollie Twisto didn't do so badly from his life of crime, no, thank you very much.
No, sirree, Bob, he certainly did not. After a brief spell of pickpocketing, a rich, kindly old gentleman discovered that he was the illegitimate child of his dead daughter and really a member of the middle class. So he saved him. Hey, Eddie, maybe the same thing will happen to us.
Yeah, maybe. Well, the chances are sort of vaguely against it, really, aren't they?
No, it's all in the book. Why, Doctor, Mr. Brownlow will say in his gruff but kindly voice. Know ye not these two little urchins, Eddie and Richie? Study yonder portrait of my dead daughter. Surely you'll vouchsafe that their faces are just like Fanny's.
Speak for yourself.
Now, Ollie started in the workhouse, so what we must do is throw ourselves on the mercy of the state.
But Richie, the state has no mercy. They enjoy watching people starve to death. It's called monetarism.
Oh, yes.
Let's cut straight to the pickpocketing.
Of course, yes. That's it. I've been entirely miscasting myself. The artful dodger. That's the part for me. Wandering around the town, whipping fine silk hankies out the pockets of fops and beaux as they parade about the place.
Right, let's practice. You try and get my wallet out of my back pocket without me noticing.
All right, Skip. Shouldn't be too difficult. You got hit by a bus last week and you didn't notice, did you?
Yeah, well, I had a lot on my mind.
Well, you would do with a bus on your head, wouldn't you?
Brilliant joke, Richie.
Wasn't a bad one, was it? That was rather good.
Right.
Could we please just get on with the play? Who knows who's watching? Mrs. Thatcher's probably watching. Any damn thing won't budge!
Well, of course not. It's nailed to my bottom. Can't be too careful these days. There's a lot of pickpockets about.
Oh, this is ridiculous! We'll never get gainful employment this way, and if we don't, the judge will send us back to prison. I know what I'll do. I'll phone Filthy. He's my agent. It's his responsibility to get us work.
He's dead.
He's in prison under sentence of death.
Selfish bastard! Filthy! Great to see you.
Oh, so they haven't known him yet, right?
Decorations and all that. Here's half a Mars bar.
Yes, I did. I'm afraid, but not to worry. I'll give you a bit of wipe down.
Yeah, my dear, you should have seen what he wiped it with. Now then, Filthy.
God, I'm ill. Prison does not agree with...
Filthy! You're giving him a number, just filthy. It's about right.
Now then, Filthy.
God, I'm ill. Prison does not agree with me. This morning I coughed so hard I blew my kidney out the backside.
For God's sake, stop whinging, you selfish little toady. Me and Eddie are in deep trouble because of what you did. Just because you got us off, the judge said we've got to get some gainful employment.
You want me to help you?
We are my agent.
I'm also under sentence of death. All right, I'll help you if you do one small thing.
Filthy anything.
I want you to get me a short piece of 1-inch steel piping.
What for?
If I told you that, I'd ruin the plot, wouldn't I, Eddie?
Well, there's not a lot to ruin, is there, really? I'd hardly call this meaningless stream of bot and knobgags a plot, would you?
Eddie, it will all come clear in the end. Just go and get the piping.
Righty dokey. Here we go, Filthy. Hey, here's a bit of a gag to lighten the tone. What's the similarity between this toilet bowl and your head?
I neither know nor care.
When you bang them together, they both go clunk.
Eddie, if you can't get a laugh without cynical recourse to lavatory humour, you might just as well... Right, there you are, Filthy. There's the pipe.
That's toilet humour for you?
Without cynical recourse to lavatory humour, you might just as well... Right, there you are, Filthy. There's the pipe. Now it's your turn to do something for us. You've got to suggest a job.
Right, well, daughters, I've been thinking, and it strikes me that to date your career can be summed up in 2 words.
Oh, star-spangled.
Complete disaster. So, the first thing we must ask ourselves is, what are your qualities and talents?
This could take a while.
Right, well, that's that out of the way. What should we do next?
Or it might not take a while.
Right, well, that's that out of the way. What should we do next?
This is no time to mince with words, Eddie. We must be honest.
Richie is a lying,
I love it
cheating,
when they look
vicious,
at the
right-wing
camera.
bastard with the sexual sophistication of a mentally... Richie is a lying, cheating, vicious, right-wing bastard with the sexual sophistication of a mentally retarded donkey. Which means you are ideally suited to be...
A journalist? You mean join the scum?
Become a journo? Yes. What should we do for Uncle Filthy? Set fire to a hospital? What you've got to do is go and see Dingo Wucker, the big Australian publisher.
Mr. Walker, sir, the men who wrote with the letters of introduction are here as appointed, sir.
Oh, Christ, yes, I remember. Say, what are their tits like?
They're men, sir.
Dingo Wucker, billionaire and ordinary bloke. Good day.
Richie Rich, mega
Yeah,
celeb,
Robert
rescued for
Bloke.
tax purposes, an amazing bloke. G'day.
Edward Catflap, extraordinary fart impressionist. Good day.
G'day. G'day.
Good day.
Good day. G'day.
Well,
G'day.
you certainly come with excellent credential. Letter of introduction from Mrs. Thatcher and Jimmy Tarbuck.
Fato and Tarbo, bloody great mates.
Yeah, forged, of course. Then you want to be journos, so there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I was impressed by the audacity of it. Take a seat.
Blimey, thought you never ask. Take the weight off me plates. Put my butt on a spot. Save my bunions.
Now, you take it easy, boys. He said bunions. That's English for horrible feet. They thought you said unions. You didn't say unions, did you, you slimy little English commie? Maybe you did. Maybe you said unions after all.
Look, I said bunions, you
There, you
fat
said it again, you bastard. I'm gonna...
Mr. Wacker, we hate unions and you saved England by destroying them. How clever you were to move your premises to Wapping so that under Thatcher's new union laws you could sack everyone after many years' service. And when they gathered outside your gates to protest at their impending starvation, how lucky we taxpayers were to be able to pay for thousands of police to keep them away from your huge stash of cash which they'd earned for you in the first place.
Get on with it, Richie. The bar closes in an hour.
Does it?
Mr. Ridge, I'm thrilled to see how much you support my anti-communist actions. You're hired. I'll get you an assignment straight away from the editor. He's in the copy room. I know where he is because I keep him on the end of this bit of string. That way I can be sure he has full editorial freedom from me, his publisher. Well, this story of yours about the Chancellor of the Exchequer, couldn't you work a bird into it some way? Come on, you can't look, you're a journo, for God's sake. Take some pride in your work. Who is this Chancellor for a start?
Well, he's a government minister, Mr. Wacker.
Ah, it's a he, huh? Ah, that means he's knobbed somebody recently, right? Find out who, offer her 200 quid and get her to do as a topless. If she won't, have a house rob, pinch her photo albums and find me a tits-out sunbathing shot.
I don't think Mrs. Lawson's ever been tits out sunbathing.
Who the hell's Mrs. Lawson? How old's she?
I don't know, 50, 55?
Is she a lovable granny?
I doubt it.
More times do I have to tell people I'm not interested in women over 25 unless they're lovable grannies. Now, don't argue with me about this. I see our whole budget coverage as a 6-tit story, maybe even 7. 7 tits? Yeah. Profile shot, very tasteful. See them in Now, I bought you these 2 new cub reporters.
Yeah, dibby-dibby-dub-dub-dub.
They're celebrity experts.
That's us. Shazing!
Yes, and you're in luck. You've got something big straight off. Tell him, Bill. Oh, Christ. We had a call. Yeah, she's worried about all these...
That poor bastard on the lead.
Tell him, Bill. Oh, Christ. We had a call.
right. Tell him, Bill.
She's worried about all
Right.
these pop stars doing loads of charity work.
Oh, well, I think it'd be a charity bill. Shut up. Dreadful screeching. James Last and Roger Whittaker are the only half-decent rockers I know.
Oh, I don't know. The Wombles can certainly kick ass.
Shut your beer suckers and listen. Bob Geldof and Mid-Year alerted people to the starving millions, right? Now, the PM is worried that somebody's going to click that the starvation is actually caused by the rich countries screwing everything they can get out of the third world. So, we are going to smear Sir Bob.
Oh, sounds saucy. What are we going to smear him with?
Listen, Largo Brains, we're going to get this do-gooder. Now, this is what I want you to do. We're getting reports that Bob Geldof...
No. Mid-year.
What?
We're getting reports that mid-year.
Look here.
What are you talking about, Eddie?
They couldn't get Bob Geldof for the show. We had to settle for mid-year.
Midge.
Yeah?
Let me just get this straight. We have booked a man for my show called Midge.
Well, it's all we can get for a bottle of woodpecker and a snog with a stage doorman.
Look here. Semi-professional actor.
Oh, for God's sake, get on with it, you old ham.
Those BBC budget cuts.
Stage doorman. Look here, I'm a semi-professional actor.
Oh, for God's sake, get on with it, you old ham. Doing this with us means you'll probably get a panto next year. Get on with it.
Right. We're getting reports that mid-year is a Soviet...
I love the looks to camera. I don't even care how, you know, how some people will be like, oh, it's unprofessional, breaking the fourth one. I don't give a flying fuck. I love it.
Right. We're getting reports that mid-year is a Soviet agent and is having an affair with Mrs. Thatcher. I want the pics. I want the story.
Juicy! Where did we get the info? Undercover investigation? Squealer in the Ultravox entourage?
Don't be a moron. We made it up. That's why we know we can be sure of all the facts. Now, piss off. Right. And hey, let's be careful out there.
Right, anyway, this is the plan. I'll keep him talking, you sneak inside, plant Thatch in his bed, spread the Russian stuff around a bit, and get the pics.
Right. While we're at it, why don't we go the whole way and bung in a goat or an underage chicken or something like that?
Edward, would you please keep the diseased flushings of your leprous mind to yourself? We are British journos. Good Lord, I hope we have some moral code. Now shut up, and let's get on with framing Midge. I'll deal with the butler first. Hey, maybe it'll be a maid. Midge is, after all, a feminist, so he's bound to be an equal opportunities employer. Hey, maybe we'll be on for a bit of sex.
Yeah. Bound to happen.
Hello, my dear. Goodness, but you're attractive. Get a load of this. Shut up! Shut up!
Who is it?
All right, so it's Midge, don't you behave like a bunch of mindless sycophants? My sake, Kitty Hardy sells a couple of crappy records
I feel like I recognise him, but I don't know why. Excuse me? Mid-year. Singer-songwriter and record producer. Oh, he's got an OBE. And he's Scottish. Ultravox. Oh, he co-wrote Do They Know It's Christmas? Right. Co-organised Band Aid and Live Aid. Ah, right, I see. Okay. Right, alright.
A bunch of screaming nicker...
Fair
like
enough.
a bunch of... Shut up! Shut up! All right, so it's Midge, don't you behave like a bunch of mindless sycophants? My sake, Kitty Hardy sells a couple of crappy records to a bunch of screaming knickerwetters, and you'll behave like he's God! Right, look, my God's sake, doing jokes and I can't even get on blankety blank! Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Let's start again, shall we? I am a police officer. Here's my card.
This is a library ticket.
Is it? Oh, damn. Police. Right, there you are.
Police, right, there you are.
Oh, yes, officer. What can I do for you?
Well, Mr. I have reason to believe that you've been holding all-night sex parties in that bus shelter down the road.
Ridiculous. I hold my all-night sex parties at Guildhall's place.
Dear, what's it like? Nevertheless, I must ask you to accompany me down the road.
You're making a big mistake here.
Not as much as you did, mate, agreeing to do this in the first place.
Now the next day.
And tomorrow is a historic day for British justice. The first execution under
I love how that telly's on top of a broken one.
the new Police Act. A government spokesman said that bringing back hanging was a return to traditional values. There are plans to continue the process with the restoration of beheading and eventual ritual slaughter of innocents by druids. The condemned man, Ralph Filthy, a theatrical agent, spoke out from his cell.
I should like to thank all my clients for their many letters and messages of support. Unfortunately, there haven't been any. Also, if the landlord of Biggin's illegal drinking joint and Peepo bar is tuned in, I left an unfinished drink in the snug the other day. Pop it over, be a looby.
A moving final appeal from a man.
You know, I've missed old Filthy. Last December with the meat cleaver. Missed him. Point blank range with my mum's air pistol. Missed him. It just goes to show, if you want a job doing properly, it's best not to drink 16 pints of lager before.
Wise words.
That bitch and boots.
Mantras to live by.
Oh, God. That bitch of Boots. She wouldn't give me the photos unless I paid her. I promised her a mention on my next programme, but she wouldn't budge. So I punched her and nicked them. I must say, I'm enjoying the moral laxity that accompanies being a journo.
Yeah, what are the pics like? Any good?
Don't know, I haven't looked yet. I hope they're really dirty. I could do with a bit of a look at something dirty. I really could.
Well, you're
Really
welcome
good.
to a look at my duvet. But be careful, it ain't the dog last week.
Eddie, these photos are brilliant. Perfect sex pics of Mrs. Thatcher in mid-year's bed. This is brilliant. We're on our way to our first front page. Let's go and show Bill the editor. He'll be so proud.
Hang on! I've just had a thought.
Well, maybe we should bake a cake. 30 years on from his mother's womb, and Eddie Catflap's had his first fort. It's been rather a solemn moment, isn't it?
Richie,
What?
I think there's something rather unpleasant on your trouser area.
What?
My head.
Bloody hell, that hurt, Eddie. Ow, no, that really hurt.
I must say, it's a lot harder than I was expecting.
Oh, wait, it actually hurt, did it? It actually hurt. Right. I must say, they're playing it out very well, though.
Bloody hell, that hurt, Eddie. Ow, no, that really hurt.
I must say, it's a lot harder than I was expecting.
Yeah, when you go and headbutt somebody in the area, the words that you say after you've done it, you don't want them to be, well, that was harder than I was expecting.
What is these photos?
I must say, it's a lot harder than I was expecting.
What is these photos? They're so fantastically sexy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we shouldn't take them to the papers. Maybe we should take them to Midge himself. How much do you think he'd pay for them?
Eddie, are you suggesting that we blackmail the world's greatest rock star?
No.
The world's
I'm
greatest
suggesting
rock
we
star. He's
blackmail
not
Midge.
even on the fucking shortlist for the top 100.
No. I'm suggesting we
Oh, wait.
blackmail
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Midge. No.
Eddie, are you suggesting that we blackmail the world's greatest rock star?
No. I'm suggesting we blackmail Midge.
Oh, hello again, officer.
Aha! We're not police officers, Midge, you poor dupe. We're journos!
God, the scum.
That's right. From the Daily Bastard.
That's us!
The Daily Bastard!
Now then, Mr. Take a look at these, and bear in mind that we've got the negatives.
Yes, right here.
No, we've got the negatives in a highly secret place. Not very nice, are they? Let me paint a little picture for you, Mr. Midge. Imagine a record store where your new album, You Vox, has just come out. I shall play a mother, Eddie, my daughter, Cynthia. Action!
Oh, Mummy, look at the lovely new album by Ultravox. Can I buy it? He's so handsome and talented, even though he sings like he's got a whippet down his trousers.
No, you may not buy it, Cynthia. Midge is a filthy pervy. I read it in the Daily Bastard. Not a very pretty picture, is it?
Not really, no.
Of course, for 200,000 million pounds.
Yes. And the royal...
Their negotiation skills are brilliant. Of course, for 200,000 million pounds. You pair of fucking idiots.
Not really, no.
Of course, for 200,000 million pounds.
Yes. And the royalties from your fantastic single, Shut Up, Your Face.
I'll shut up in your face. Oh dear. You know, I asked the exact same question during my reaction to the last episode of Thin Blue Line, and I'm gonna do it again here. Why was this only one series? Fuck me. It feels like it's got to its best in the last episode.
The royalties from your fantastic single, Shut Up in Your Face.
Shut up in your face.
Out of you. Hi. Gotta know respect. Oh, shut up in your face. Fantastic. Hardly half decent bit of work you ever did.
Yeah, so if you give us all that...
Then these pics need never see the light of day.
Well, that would be a shame.
What?
Well, you know the business, Rich. You're a pro. You know that things like this don't harm stars like you and I anymore. In fact, a bit of scandal's actually quite good for the career. And I've not had much publicity recently, so, great. Go for it. Publish.
Edward? Yes, I think I understand. Cop this, Mr. Midyear.
God, how embarrassing. Demoted on our first day. Look at us now. Reduced to covering a common hanging. What's more, it's only filthy. I wouldn't mind if it was somebody interesting.
Oh, God, no.
The condemned man ate a hearty breakfast consisting of 40 fags and a bottle of scotch. Unfortunately, we were unable to comply with his last request due to objections from the RSPCA.
What they do, gooders?
The prisoner will mount the scaffold.
What did he want to do?
It is a far, far better thing that I do now than what I have ever done before.
Well, that can't be very hard for you then, can it? Since everything else you've done's been crap.
Hey, filthy! Did you know that it's a scientific fact that when you get hung...
Yes, I did know that, Eddie, actually. Ironic, really. First one I've had in 15 years and I won't be here to enjoy it.
You're joking, Filtho. Actually, we're both very, 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 very...
Why do I feel like there's something missing? Do you know, when I searched this, something did come up saying uncut version. And it's longer than it. I hear. Uncut. Longer. But I didn't use it because of the quality. So, just for this scene, I think I'm going to have to see what was said there.
What 15 years and I won't be here to enjoy it.
That is hard for you then?
Now, than what I have ever done before.
Well, that can't be very hard for you then, can it? Since everything else you've done's been crap.
Hey, filthy! Did you know that it's a scientific fact that when you get hung...
Yes, I did know that, Eddie, actually. Ironic, really. First one I've had in 15 years and I won't be here to enjoy it.
You're joking, Filtho. Actually, we're both very, 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 very sad. Mind, there's no sense in moping, is there?
Nah. So I didn't miss anything? Okay, now I'm confused. It definitely feels like there was supposed to be something else there.
You're joking, Filtho. Actually, we're both very, 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 very sad. Mind, there's no sense in moping, is there?
Nah.
That's all right, Eddie. When after all, as I prepare to die, I have only one regret.
Which is?
I wish I wasn't being executed.
Sounds reasonable.
Filthy, it is time.
No. Hang on. My flash hasn't warmed up yet.
See you in that great dressing room in the skies, Luby.
Yeah, bye.
Bye!
Bravo!
Encore!
Well hung! The government would like us to warn children that hanging is extremely dangerous, even though more than half of them want to bring it back.
Right, that's it, you lot. Go on, the party's over. Son off. There's plenty more where this one came from.
Oh, God, Filthy, you're alive!
Well, of course I am, Richie. I've got to be in the next series, haven't I? That's when you can really force your wages up.
But how? I've got some bloody great lines this week, haven't I? You're alive and but...
So there was supposed to be another series of this. Wait, have I completely brain farted and there is another, or... No, one season. I'm just going to Google it. Was there supposed to be a second series? The show was at one time purported to have earned a second series, but that second helping never surfaced. Though doubtlessly successful at the time to a modern audience, Filthy Rich and Catflap sits a little awkwardly at times now. Oh, fuck off whoever said that. Seriously, just go fuck yourself. Suppose you watch Have I Got News For You and actually find the lack of self-respect to actually laugh at the shite they say on that. So in their minds at least, the second series was an idea that they were open to.
In the next series, haven't I? That's when you can really force your wages up.
But how? I've got some bloody great lines this week, haven't I? You're alive and but how? Come on, get on with this. I want to get to a bit with lots of me in it.
That bit of piping you gave me, Eddie. It's an old Newgate trick. You stuff it down your throat and stops your windpipe collapsing. That's what I did.
But how can you have Filthy? The pipe is still in the prison cell.
Is it? Oh, well, in that case, it must have been this safety harness that saved me then.
God, what a rotten day.
Well, let's go home and think about it then, shall we?
Yeah.
I knew nothing good had come of joining the scum.
Oh, yes. It's easy to say something clever, isn't it? Except it isn't really for you, is it? Because you're so thick.
Look, boys, shut up, I'm trying to think. Now, it strikes me that what we should do is take a leaf out of Midgie's book and do what he does.
What? Wander about with designer stubble?
I'm sorry, that scene was just absolutely perfect. You know, he kept leaning back and then leaning back forward to say something else, and then the face, then Eddie's face, then Richie comes back, says something, face, then Eddie's face again. Then it ends in a bitch fight. I fucking love it.
It's easy to say something clever,
Isn't it?
Except it isn't really for you, is it?
For you, is it?
Because you're so thick.
Look, boys, shut up, I'm trying to think. Now, it strikes me that what we should do is take a leaf out of Midgie's book and do what he does.
What? Wander about with designer stubble wiggling our butts like we just sat on a Magimix?
Edward, you seem absolutely determined to ruin whatever chance we ever had of being bought a drink in the bar by him after the show. He's got pots of money, you know.
Look, stop it, boys, shut up. Look, stop it, boys, shut up. All I'm saying is that if someone as experienced in the business as Midgie says that all publicity is good publicity, then what we should do is write about Richie.
Of course! Get paid to promote my own career!
And what are we going to write about your fascinating lifestyle? Drunk has-been goes to the pub. Fat failure cricks his neck, ogling girl's bottom.
Well, it's better than you, isn't it? Lobotomised blubber mountain farts occasionally.
Yeah, well, it's not...
Well, it's better than you, isn't it? Lobotomised blubber mountain farts occasionally.
It's trying to be scandalous, is it?
Well, lots of what I do is very fascinating indeed. I'm sure the Gen Pub will be very interested to read about my outrageous exploits.
That's right, Richie, you tell him.
Yeah.
Like what?
What about my drug problem?
Which is?
Well, we've run right out of aspirin, and I'm getting very fond of night nurse.
Right, I can just see the headlines now. Richie Rich pinches a 4-ounce cheeseburger. I spent all my cash on night nurse, wailed the has-been to anyone prepared to listen, which was no one.
Look, can you boys have forgotten so soon the first rule of journalism?
Lie. Of course. Just make it up. It's got to be spicy and with it. Sex, drink, nightclubs.
I've got it! Richie has some sex and a drink in a nightclub.
No. What about Richie has sex with a knight whilst drunk in a club?
Good. What about Richie gets put in the club by a drunk during the night?
Richie, don't be ridiculous. That's far too chintzy.
Yes.
What you need is innuendo.
Of course. And I am the king of innuendo. What about Richie grasps his whopper in a club? His drink, I mean, madam.
Fabulous! It's Guardian Journalist of the Year for you, my lad!
Now, I'm beginning to have second thoughts about this whole all publicity being good luck. I mean, I've been in the business a long time. I can remember when Andrew Gardner blew off on news at 10. Bong. Good evening, this is the news. Tense moment. The nation held its breath. So did Anna Ford, I'm told.
Wasn't nice.
Who was his co-anchor, I'm guessing? I didn't even know about that situation, but I just knew.
Story, Filthy. Is it relevant?
Of course it's real.
Is it relevant?
Couldn't be realer. Now, it seems to me that as journos, you are in a unique position to destroy careers here. And if you destroyed enough of them, there'd only be me left. Exactly.
Filthy, are you suggesting that we systematically smear everyone in British show business until there's only Richie Rich left and then the BBC will have to give him a job?
Well, why the hell not? I deserve a lucky break as much as anyone.
Because if there's only you left, then that means that the only means of you having... of getting a job in show business would be a one-man talk show. You know, from what I've seen in this show... Yeah, you get where I'm going.
Well, as you know, boys, I rarely get excited, but right now, I feel like I've been locked in an off-licence. This must be the most comprehensive piece of libel in the history of journalism. Every single person in show business individually slandered with you totally exonerated, Richie. There can't have been such a catalogue of lies, half-truths and self-congratulations since Ian McGregor's account of the miners' strike.
Now, you're sure we've got everyone here? Vera Lynn.
Vera Lynn. Adolf Hitler's lover, rumoured to be a man.
You can't do that to Dame Vera. That's... Oh, no. I'm not on board with this. No, seriously, we probably wouldn't have won the war without her.
Grange Hill kids.
Well, we would, but she helped big time.
Yes, the love children of Jimmy Savile and Nana Muscuri.
Outrageous! Lofty from EastEnders.
Well, you know what they...
Oh, dear. It's funny how they're trying to smear... They've come up with, you know, for this episode, they're going to smear every celebrity in Britain, and they're having to come up with lies for all of them, and then they mention Jimmy Savile's name. And the lie story that they come up with for him is the many love children of Jimmy Savile. Funny how close that could be is to the truth, but do you know what I'm trying to get at? Yeah. That's a bit close.
Yes, the love children of Jimmy Savile and Nana Muscuri.
Outrageous!
Love children of Jimmy Savile and Nana Muscuri. Are they saying that them two have been together? Still.
Lofty from EastEnders.
Well,
You know why they call him Lofty?
It's incredible, isn't it? We must have the whole of show business there.
from the very bottom,
Roland Rat.
the very top, Benny Hill.
The governor. Benny Hill. The Beeb's got Ronnie Barker, but ITV's got the governor. Benny, 150 years in the biz.
And still telling the same joke.
Yeah?
No, I've seen the original seaside postcard he got it off.
A national treasure. Right, come on, we've got the dirt. Let's go and show Mr. Wacker.
This is absolute dynamite. We're going to blow every other paper off the street.
So you are going to publish then?
Publish? We certainly are. We're going to publish nothing else. There's massive new legislation on the economy, on industrial relations and the NHS. But we're going to forget all that because this is a newspaper and nothing gets in the way of showbiz gossip.
Like that too.
I tell you, after we printed this lot, I don't know who the TV companies are going to use.
Right, well, we'll be on our way then, shall we, Mr. Wacker?
Yeah. See you. Hey, I suppose there is some microscopic evidence for all these allegations. I mean, we only need the tiniest crumb, but we got to have something.
Yes, Mr. Wacker, it's all completely and utterly true.
Mr. Wacker, I just want it noted down, but it was Edward Didgeridoo Catflap who said we have the proof.
Right. How do you spell tits?
Oh, dear. Never worked so hard in all my life. Oh, get the telly on.
Which channel?
It doesn't matter which channel is on all of them.
In a moment, it's time. Half an hour's sparkling entertainment from Richard Rich. That's followed at 7:30 by Top of the Riches.
Top of the
And at 8 o'clock,
Riches.
there's Life on Richie.
Life on
A fascinating insight into the natural evolution of Richie Rich. It's time.
Hello, mums. Hello, dads. Hello to all the family. God bless Gran. Don't forget the kids. God bless the dog. You're all nice people in this nice world. But I'm the nicest of all. Dear God.
Wait, are you telling me that this show about Richie being a complete failure of an actor who can't get his metaphorical acting whole in a barrel of agent and casting directors' barrel of fannies is going to end with him becoming a star by smearing every other fucking celebrity on the planet? Is that how this ends? That is genius!
Watch me now. Showbiz. I'm in showbiz. Showbiz. So drive safely and the best of British. The best of British to you. From me, everybody. Good old Richie Rich.
I think it's rubbish. I'm going to vomit.
I can think of no higher compliment. Jack, this is brilliant. I did this.
This is brilliant, I mean,
Family, mums, dads, grands, and of course the kids. Don't forget the kids.
Don't
Look
forget
after
the
mum,
kids.
kids, and try and stay clear of the loony death.
Hello, yes, British Airways. No, I cannot hold. This is ground. Yes, Rio de Janeiro. Yes.
Made it.
Made it! Oh, that is brilliant! That is absolutely fucking brilliant. I love that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, obviously, gutted it's ended, but I could never have imagined that's how this would have ended if you'd have given me a million years to guess. You know? I mean, part of me thought maybe, you know, it would have ended with him getting some sort of job, but it'd be like a really shitty job. Like he'd end up on some sort of comedy show where he's always the butt of the jokes. You know, he's the bloke where a proper top comedian just takes the piss out of him and he's got to sit there and grin and bear it throughout the entire show, and that'd be his career until he dies. But that just never crossed my mind. Smeared every celebrity in the country, including Vera Lee, to make sure that there's nobody eligible to ever get a job in British television again. That's what he had to do to become a star. Oh, that is ace. That is ace. I can't get over how good that is. That is absolutely brilliant. Wow. Yeah, that was that. I'm lost for words. I'm just. And he actually said at the end, his final... Well, it wasn't just it was the final line in the show. Was Rick turns to camera, and it's a fourth wall break as well. Turns to camera and says, "Made it!" Yeah, because you fucking smeared everybody else. Oh, dear. So going back to what was being said during the hanging scene, where Filthy says, "Well, I can't die, I'm supposed to be in the next series." But the way this has ended feels like they did intend this to be a one-series show. So, what is the absolute specific accurate answer? Or did things change between when they filmed the hanging scene and that scene? Mind you, episodes of shows are very rarely shot in order that you see them. You know, most shows that you watch, the final scene of the episode is what they do first, mostly. I don't know. I don't know what to think. But yeah, were they intending to do a second series or not? Someone tell me that. But yeah, that's the end of Filthy Rich and Catflap. And it was really good. I mean, it had a bit of an elephant, like a cross between elevator and elephant, but bear with me. An element of the young ones. There was a lot of very 80s-centric jokes that and references that I kind of missed because I wasn't around then. You know, so. But I think. Well, I don't know if I could say that. I mean, you got. I mean, I know I do these reactions, but you guys watch them, so you're more in a position to judge them than I am. Because this isn't something that I write a script for and set a plot for. It's not acting. It's not performing. It's just a natural response to whatever it is I'm reacting to. So I can't judge it. Would you say that I found this funnier than the young ones? Because I feel like I did. Because I felt the young ones was very specific. You know, the gags and the humour. I got a lot of gags and found a lot of it funny, but there was a lot about it that just, you know, it was about students in the 80s. I don't understand I didn't go to university. I only went to college, so I don't understand uni student humour at all. All I know about being a university student is that it's expensive and you come out of university as a communist. It's literally in the curriculum nowadays. They anything mildly political on the curriculum in university is taught with a heavy left-wing bias. That's just fact these days. But apart from that, I don't know anything about being a university student. So I missed a lot of the jokes centered around that. Apart from obviously the fact that they were skin and they survived on lentils. So I felt like I got more of this. Yeah. But I really, yeah, I'm gonna miss this. I'm definitely gonna miss it. I'm always gonna miss it. Anything with them to it, I'm gonna miss. But as the last episode, it was brilliant. Yeah, really good. Really good last episode. Really funny. And I just love how they've done it. You know? You know, he's so desperate to make it in showbiz. And he can't do it on his own merits. So it's like that joke of which show was it in? In fact, was it in Bottom? Where there was a joke about a character who couldn't get a girlfriend to save his life. So they said, well, all we have to do is kill every other man on the planet and then you'll get a girlfriend. Was that in Bottom as well? Or was it Big Bang Theory? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I really liked it. And I feel like this episode was probably the best for me. I just loved how many times there was a look to camera with a face. The scene when they're on the sofa and he's like, turns back, sits back down, and all of a sudden, they start slapping each other, and it culminates with Eddie bashing him on the head with a hammer. I just love that. Where Eddie headbutted him in the crotch, and obviously it hurt more than it was meant to. I think that was real. I think it actually hurt them. And then Eddie says, yeah, well, I wasn't expecting it to be as hard as that. Meaning his dick. Please tell me that was unscripted. I love that. Oh, dear. Yeah. Oh, I just love it. Yeah. This episode, this is definitely my favourite episode. I think I have to say it is. Mind you, I haven't done this regularly, so I kind of forget the previous episodes. I might have to watch all my reactions to this within like a 24-hour period now, and then decide. Yeah, I'll do that next week. I think. Watch every episode, every reaction, and then be like, and work it out. Anyway, so yes, Filthy Rich and Catflap is that's it now. That's the show finished. So that's The Thin Blue Line, Filthy Rich, and what is also near completion, we've got Believe Nothing. I need to pick that back up before I finish it. Kind of got dropped a little bit. Sorry, but it did. And Mind Your Language. A few episodes left of that. And is there anything else? I don't think there is. No. Most of the series that I'm doing are very... You know, there's a long way to go on a lot of them. Mind you, I wonder if we've... Oh, no, I'm not near the end of that. Nowhere near the end of that. Oh, I finished Father Ted as well, officially, because the documentary. Yeah. The Catherine Tate show, there's all... Am I on the last series of that, or is there one more? I think there's one more after it, isn't there? Yeah. The New Statesman, nowhere near finished. Good. Love that. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. I've always had a lot going on this channel. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter a bit. But I'm just, I was just trying to work out what's where. Oh, wait, I don't want to leave it on this screen because it's advertising that a certain channel has got a new reaction out. And when I mention how American reaction channels that just do the same thing as all the other American reaction channels still manage to get hundreds of thousands of subscribers, yet channels actually try different things, and do things that no other channel has done, i.e. me, I'm still stuck. Yes, so, yeah. Anyway, that will conclude this reaction. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. I've loved it. And it's been a lot of fun. Don't think I've got anything else to say. Except I'm sorry that it was only a one-series show. Oh well. There you go. Can't go back in time and change anything now, so just got to deal with it, I suppose. So thanks to everybody who's watched these reactions. It has been one of the most popular series on the channel, on YouTube, I mean. But stick around, because there's other things going on. The New Statesman, obviously. And I know that I did the first episode of the comic strip, and haven't done another one since, but I will be bringing that back as well. And other things with those two in it. They will be coming. Don't worry about that. They will be coming. Yeah. Thanks everybody who's watched these reactions and liked them and commented on them and all that. So yeah, that's that. So just one thing I want to talk. Yeah, so the competition for the 3,000 subscribers competition, I need people to pick a number between 1 and 50. Those are the numbers already picked. And there will be 3 winners. And all 3 winners will get a free Patreon membership of varying tier, level, and duration. And the minimum prize will be a month in the $2 per month tier. What have you got to lose? It's free. Literally, all you do is pick a number, and if you get picked, if your number gets picked, I send you a code, you redeem it on Patreon, and you get my Patreon for however long your prize is. You know? Could not be simpler. And you can join my Patreon from $1 a month, which is 79p at the current exchange rate. Check out the merch store. And I'm offering 2 months membership in my $12.40 a month tier for £10, which will save you £9.66. That's a deal that I've got going on at the moment. So yeah, there's a competition where you can win free membership, and an offer where you can get 2 months in a tier for basically what you'd pay for 1 month. That's that. And other deals will be coming. It's March, a new month, so new deals are on the way. I just need to think of them. So keep your eye out for those. It's always good to save a bit of money, innit? So that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you've all had a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next week, which is in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, yeah. Well, you won't see me in 2 hours and 15 minutes, but you'll see next week in that time. So, yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you all. Much love to everybody, and good night.